noticed that after going, like, having the whole weekend of workshop, I get out of there, I feel like I'm flying. I feel a little bit dizzy, like I'm drunk, and at the same time, like I'm on drugs. Like, I experience all that without taking anything inside me. How that works? How does it happen?
How does it happen that you feel that way?
Yeah, like, do you know?
I actually think that there is a chemical response to love. And I happened to read a book that talks about oxytocin levels, and that we also have a nerve in our body called the vagus nerve that responds to love. I mean, there are physiological ways that we respond to love, that we respond to opening, that we respond to being accepted, being listened to. And it's not just, it's actually not in our heads at all. It's a whole body experience. I mean, if your body's being flooded with oxytocin, that particular, I'm not going to say, it's not a hormone, it's a
It's like chemical in the body?
it's a chemical, and it makes people peaceful. It's alive. I mean, it's a real thing, and people experience that in hugs. They experience that with eye contact, like, oh, there you are. You know, I see you.
Aww.
And that's very different. Most people, you'll notice if you're in the grocery store stuff, most people can't even look at another person for a second. It's even like smaller than that. It's like, I can't look you in the eye. What is that in human nature? You know, it's fear, and there's a discomfort because people don't do it regularly. I look at people in the grocery store, and they look back.
Oh.
And they often, and then I smile, and they're like, oh, I don't have to be afraid of you. You know, there's a little thing that I do inside myself that came from a wonderful woman named Anne Hillman, and she said that she has the experience of walking through the world, and everything is asking, do you love me?
Aww.
The grass, do you love me? The flowers, do you love me? The people, the little kid in the cart, do you love me? You know, everything, the clouds. And my response is yes, I do. And so in the grocery store, when I see a mom who's, you know, in a hurry and maybe's had a bad day, yanking on her kid's arm or something, and I look at them and I know, Luba, I know they're wanting to know somebody loves them in that moment. And I just look at them without a word, and through my eyes, I actually, on purpose, say, I love you. I love you. And there's something, I know they get it, because there's a little something, you know.
You feel that connection happened.
Yeah. And then I notice if I meet him in the next aisle, you can do that to me again.
Give it more.
I want some more, please.
You could start a business, you know, to charge money. So, can we say that during the weekend in High Workshop, there is a lab where we experience love?
Sure. You could call it a love laboratory. Yeah.
And then you have those tools that you can use outside.
Yeah. I think sometimes people come to workshop and think, well, I'm going to get everything solved. You know, I'm going to solve all my issues. And when I think of it as a laboratory and a workshop, that means that I'm going there to try on different ways of being. You know, like I was talking about before. Like, gosh, I wonder if I'm like really clear and say things like this, how people will respond. Or I wonder if I want to be a little more flowy and say that. Or I wonder if I am really want to touch a lot. What will that feel like? What does it feel like if I don't? And so I think it's important to remember and actually revel in the fact that it's a place to practice behaviors. Not necessarily, I'm not going there to find the love of my life. It might happen, but to go there going, I'm here to learn something. I'm here to work it. I'm here to try it on. I'm here to show up and to see who I am inside of this question or inside of this request in an exercise.
Yeah, that makes total sense.